Should we see some more art?
Yeah, let's take a tour.
Wow, very cool. How you doing?
Good.
You've been hanging around. I feel like I've met you somewhere before.
Maybe here.
Maybe here, not here. Is this your place?
My brother Sean and mine, yeah.
It's a great
Dan
place.
Dougherty. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Michael.
Michael, Dan Dougherty. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How did you Paul's great, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great. He's been great for our gallery, and he come and meet his uncle for the U.S. Open. He came in here, and next thing I know, Sean's going to his studio and looking at his art.
3 years later, here we are. We've been doing stuff ever since.
You ever go to the U.S. Open, get inspired, and draw one of those like crazy Peter Max things, or paint something like that? Like I have a skate in my office that I was inspired. So in high school as a senior, they said you have to do a self-portrait. I can't draw. It wouldn't look like a stick figure. It looked like maybe that girl would be my self-portrait, right? And so I said, you know what? I'm going to Peter Max this. I had just spent the NHL All-Star game with Peter Max. And as his guest, and I saw all this stuff, and I painted my hockey skate, and it's in my office to this day. It looks kind of like a Peter Max ripoff, but it was super fun.
Paint, folks. He does paint.
No. It's been a long time. But what I'm saying is that, did you ever think about doing something like that, or some kind of abstract sports thing?
Whatever inspires me, I follow that lead. So.
That's very cool that he just walked in here and said, hey, I think I'd like to display here, and you guys decided to put a gallery in this restaurant. This is pretty cool too.
Well, I've lived in Long Island City since '87, and been collecting art since the beginning. Moving out here, a lot of artists work and live here, and it's just sort of a snowballed. And when we opened the restaurant, my brother Sean said, "Well, you've been successful with your selling art. Why don't we put a little gallery in also?" So we've supported LIC artists. Sold about 200 paintings since we've opened in 5 years, which isn't so bad. And artists can pay their rent, and we get a little commission also, and it's a win-win.
I think it's wonderful, and 200 paintings in the grand scheme of things doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is, especially when look, you don't have to have a painting. Exactly. You have to eat. You have to send your kids to school. Right. You have to clothe them. You have to do all these things that life throws at you. And so you might come in here and love this, but maybe I can't afford this today, or maybe I shouldn't buy it today. And so it does become hard to sell art for a lot of different reasons, but it is important to come into a place like this if you live in a community like this and support the artists around it. And I like that. And then you do farm to table.
Farm to table. We try to keep everything local as much as possible. And it's working out pretty well.
Very cool. Have you ever thought about putting a farm on the roof? Seriously?
We have. We've been thinking about expanding upstairs a little bit. Maybe we will eventually.
If you do, we want to see it. I think that's cool. I hear all these restaurants talk about it. I've yet to see somebody go up and take the broccoli and come downstairs and cook it. That's what I want to see. In New York.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That'll be their next step.
All right, you let me know. This is cool. It's called the Crescent Grill. This is Dougherty Gallery. Dougherty Gallery in the Crescent Grill here in Long Island City. Look it up, Crescent Grill.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a little tour now, huh?
Tour. We're going to tour.
Wraps around through the entire restaurant.
Yeah. I like.
As you can see, people are eating and drinking and having a good time.
Is that one yours?
Yeah, every piece in here is.
So that's on like acrylic or something, huh?
Yeah. So this is a print. So my company, Wet Paint NYC, we sell the originals, and then we do prints on canvas, paper, and acrylic like this. So this was originally a 6x8 watercolor painting that was then reproduced on gold photo paper behind acrylic to give it this look.
Wow. Very cool. So you painted it first, then it was reproduced.
Exactly. Yeah, so it was originally a watercolor with a little bit of silver leaf on it as well.